Finally kicking off 2018 here with the review realm. Our first album review of the year, Black Label Society, with their 10th album, Grimmest Hits.
Grimmest Hits. We actually had to look this one up because we weren't sure if it was a compilation or not.
Grimmest Hits is almost a very misleading title. Like I said, I thought it was like a compilation or like greatest hits or some sort, but no, Grimmest Hits.
Grimmest Hits.
And it is new music.
Like, they should have called it like Grimmest Hits.
Grimace, like McDonald's Grimace?
Like McDonald's Grimace.
Should have put him on the cover. Just make it purple instead of green.
To start off, it's their 10th album. The album's about 55 minutes long.
That's not that long. Almost an hour.
No,
that's not that bad of a
give or take. It's actually probably longer than the average album today. So there are 3 singles. Trample Down Below, All That One Shined, Room of Nightmares.
You know, with the singles, I was not impressed with the direction that they potentially were going with this release. I think the first one I heard was Room of Nightmares. Room of Nightmares is like the shortest song on the album too. It was obviously meant to be a single with that length, and I think with the style of that song was in, it was definitely intended to be a single. Okay, I give a pass on that one. Trample Down Below is like the first song on the album. Oh my god, what a slow way to start this album. The first time I heard it, it did not catch my interest.
It's funny because I heard the 2 singles, and I told you, I like the blues. It's a bluesy metal feel to this album. Just to start off, I was thinking Clutch the whole time. A little bit of that old Sabbath feel to it. Even just that old general 70s rock.
And then a song like All That One Shine is another example of like, I think they picked the wrong songs for the singles.
It's tough because this album, you can't really find a place on what this album is.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there's a lot of bluesy metal, again, a lot of bluesy metal sound to it.
It has that bluesy element to it, it has that groove to it, and then it has some like acoustic songs that are thrown in there. Like with a lot of the songs, more acoustic stuff like The Only Words and like A Day That Heaven Had Gone Away, and then to end the album with Nothing Left to Say.
Those are the songs that you would hear on the Dazed Confused album.
Yeah.
Not that I hate that movie, but it's an older feel, and it's very more mellow than what we're used to from Black Label.
I think I've had a big misconception on what Black Label Society is and what they're supposed to sound like. I didn't think this is exactly what they sounded like. I don't know if this is a different direction than what they've done in the past. And I see some other fans kind of agreeing with that this is a very different direction almost for them to go in.
The last time we saw Zakk Wylde in concert, 2 years ago in Sacramento, he was doing all Ozzy covers.
Too much like Black Sabbath on this album, and not in a good way either. Like, it's like you said, the Zakk Sabbath stuff, and getting back with Ozzy, I'd gotten to Zakk Wylde's head, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, and that definitely has shaped this album. A little shocking the way they decided to change it up. I like the first few songs, I like the mellow stuff, but it's definitely something that I wasn't expecting going into this record.
I think that Black Label Society should stick to the more, like, upbeat stuff and the songs that have more of an oomph to it, I guess, because a lot of these songs on this don't have that, with the exception of songs like The Betrayal. And another one I really liked was A Love Unreal.
I mean, I liked Seasons of Falter. That was probably one of my favorite tracks. The Betrayal's not bad either.
Mm-hmm. I hear a lot of Black Sabbath, and I hear a lot of Down on this too.
Yeah.
Like early Down, like NOLA, like first album for Down. I don't know if it's because like a lot of these songs are mostly in the same tuning.
In 2018, revamping the review realm, we decided we want to implement a rating system. We got 3 ratings. We have Not Worthy, Worthy, and Realm Worthy.
Yeah. Not Worthy obviously being the worst, and Realm Worthy being the top spot.
And I think me and John, even though it kind of spreads out, I would have to say this album would be considered worthy.
This is a worthy album for me. It's not unpleasant enough for me to say it's not worthy.
You're listening to Black Label Society doing, rock and roll's greatest hits from the 1970s. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I would say check it out still.
And something else that we want to implement with our reviews, something we like to do at the end of the videos from here on out, is the age-old question of, does it dadcore? And by definition, dadcore is music that middle-aged guys can jam to like they did in the good old days. Does Grimmest Hits dadcore?
I would say not.
No, this album does not dadcore.
It does have that older 70s feel, that blues feel to it, but it's not something you're going to want to jump around in your living room with your front baby carrier on. That's this album. Like, subscribe, Share with your friends.
Yeah.
Comment down below what you think.
Let us know what you think of the album. Let us know what you think of Black Label Society. Were we wrong in what we were saying? Maybe. Don't know. Let us know your thoughts.